بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. هنكمل بقية الأسئلة. What is the syntax of object-oriented method call? The object-oriented syntax tells about the object-oriented features and methodologies that are present and shown as target.method والarguments. This is the line that can be used to call the functions. بستخدم اللاين ده عشان استدعي الفانكشن but not invoking the methods on an object. A function is made up of both the operands and operators, and they are very essential to call a method, so the method will be written as A equals sub C, comma B. An object-oriented syntax allows easy to write ways and some specified rules that has to be remembered while programming. The operator has to always come in the middle of the statement في منتصف الجملة. A class is made for every module and it also represents the template used المخطط أو النموذج اللي بستخدمه for a class made up of objects. What is the difference between data hiding and implementation? ايه الفرق ما بين إخفاء البيانات والتنفيذ؟ الداتا هايدنج is the concept هو مفهوم of hiding the data from the other objects، ان انا بخفي البيانات عن الاوبجكتس التانية. It allows the data to be hidden from other object. بسمح للبيانات ان هي تبقى مخفية عن الاوبجكتس التانية that can prevent the use of any other objects. This way the direct manipulation of the object can't be done and the cell will hide the internal mechanism of it. A method uses an interface such as primary, public وغيرهم. The implementation keeps the separate out data and let the user implement. بيخلي اليوزر هو اللي ينفذ ال structure or the data that is being provided already. Implementation allows the object to be changes. بيسمح للobject ان هو يتغير according to the requirements بناء على ال requirements المتطلبات. It deals with object communication via message in which when a target object then the implementation can be done with the method. Example as given below. class a teacher جواه properties خصائص التيتشر زي النيم والنم والbehavior void. This is the function that given and will include all your code. طيب what are the properties that are defined in an object model? The OOP always consists of an object model that includes state and behavior. The state defines the present condition of the system or an entity. The behavior includes the data and the operations that are performed on those data. Object represents the group of related functions and data structure that is used to give functionality to the functions. The functions that are being represented are the object models. It consists of the data structure, data type, and the instance variables. Methods are used to hide the variables from the user and define a high level in object model. Object model also consists of the flow properties through which the object can be accessed with a defined relationship. What is the function of messaging metaphor? Object-oriented programming is having its own metaphors that are associated with the program or the code that has a role to play in the program. Messaging metaphor represent the relationship between the actors that are involved in it and the roles each are playing. This allows easy passing of the responsibilities and information to the process that are in contact with the one which is passing the information. Messaging method allows the user to use the objects rather than their functions. ان هي بتسمح لليوزر انه يستخدم الاوبجكتس عن الفانكشن. As the object perform all the actions that is being done by the methods or the functions alone. Objects consists of state with behavior, so they are not active, rather passive, but they act as an agent to allow the program's activity to be performed easily. This metaphor keeps all the objects separate. بتخلي كل الاوبجكتس منفصلة ومنعزلة each with the defined rules. Why is message passing between the object important? Object use the metaphor concept to pass the message between different objects. The object communicate through the message only. The first step is to call the method as the functions are called in a normal way. The moment a function is called by an object, a message will be passed to all the objects to allow the operations to be performed. Then the abstract method is separated from the particular data to show the correct behavior of the state. Object-oriented keeps a start function that initiates the operation. Then the information that is contained in the object is archiving, and then the program gets executed according to the method or the function. The different objects will have different functions to be performed. There are few abstract behaviors, and to make it concrete, the method has to be associated with an object. What is the main use of message metaphor in OOP? Methods belong to objects and they are invoked by using a particular receiver only. The receiver can be either owner of a method or the data structure whose method will be. The receivers can have different implementation that can be done for the same method. Different receivers can also perform different operations and produce different responses in case of the same message. The result of the message will also depend on the object that is receiving the message. The message or the request can be separated from the receiver, who is the owner of the function that is being called to capture the behavior of the abstract data type and implement the function properly. Why is class hierarchies managed in OOP? Class is used to store some methods and behavior. Class is used to access through an object and create a relationship between all the subclasses. A class can be made a superclass of another classes that are present will be called as the subclass of it. Many classes can be linked together in a hierarchy of inheritance. The inheritance hierarchy consists of a root class, and this is also called as the superclass. The root class hierarchy sends the branches downwards. This class inherits the features from the superclass and from all the other classes that are at the top level in the hierarchy. Each class consists of the class definition and the properties that are inherited from other classes. Every class consists of one superclass and can consist of any number of subclasses. هنكمل على بقية الأسئلة في الفيديو اللي جاي.